I didn't curse, but I basically said like, "Hey, you're a big old bitch. You know, dude, you're a big old fucking bitch." What's going on, people? What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of The Pupil's Life. Dude, today is one of those days that I'm recording because I fucking need to. Because life has called me upon this podcast to fucking vent, man. Because people, man, have just been so... Dude, people have just been so fucking just like, what? You know when people are just like, what? Like when somebody does something that you just like just what? Like you don't even, that's all you can say is just like, what? Well, I've had a couple of those fucking moments today, dude, and just this past couple days, man. But yeah, man, before I get into that shit, dude, how's your fucking life? 420, I know a couple of my friends got fucking just, dude, they posted stories and they were just like fucking like, just fucking like, you've just, and I don't know, man. I get it, dude. I get it. It's funny, but it's also not kind of, it doesn't seem like they're trying to be funny. It just seems like they're like, yeah, we're a fucking part of it, bro. Just like see who can make the fucking high as fuckest face. And now you got fucking Joe Rogan, dude. Everybody's like, oh, dude, fucking Joe Rogan's gonna be fucking blazing it up. You bet your ass I'm gonna be blazing it up too. Normalizing coping with marijuana, dude. That is where we're at, people. 420 is the new fucking, it's the new St. Patty's Day. 420 is 420 Blaze It is the new fucking, you're not wearing green, so I'm gonna pinch you. Bro, you're not high on 420. I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face. Man, dude, I need to cheer myself up today because fuck, dude. Man, there's just, you go weeks, maybe months, maybe if you're really self-realized, dude, maybe you go even like a year. But for me, it's been weeks, dude. You go weeks, maybe a month, maybe a month and a half that it's been for me. And, you go all that time and you're like, oh, man, it's been a while since I've been visited. And you might be asking yourself, visited by who? It's been a while since I've been visited, dude. And you don't expect to be visited anytime soon. At least not by this. You expect to be visited by like some grief, some maybe some sadness, maybe some discomfort in your thoughts. Maybe you're visited by racing thoughts. But it's been a while since I've been visited, dude, by my inner fucking murderer. Everybody has one, man. Everybody has a fucking, just like a serial killer inside of them. Maybe not a serial killer. That's like just for no reason. I'm talking about like a fucking, first degree murderer, dude. That's just because they lost control, one of those kind of trials where it's like, so when you were repeatedly stabbing her in the titties, what was you thinking? And you're just like, your fucking lawyers told you, like, remember when he asks you what you were thinking when you were stabbing her in the titties, you say what again? And just fucking coaching you. You're like, I was seeing red. Dude, I saw red. I saw red a couple of times this week, man. I saw red a couple of times. I saw red, dude. And I didn't fucking unleash anything, dude. I kind of was just like, I said some stuff, but I didn't fucking go like, I didn't go all fucking lift on the guy, like when I fucking punched that Lyft driver in the fucking jaw and then almost killed him with a kick, dude. But for people that haven't listened to that story, you're probably like, finish that story. Well, too bad, man. I've told it plenty of times before. But yeah, I saw red, man. And I'm going to fucking go chronologically with this bitch. I saw red, dude, for the first time on Saturday night. I was on a date, and date was going well. Date was going really well. We were both enjoying ourselves. Drank a little bit of wine at Zilker Park and sunsets, and then we decided we wanted to grab dinner. And the woman that I was with said she wanted to just drive around and pick a place. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So we drove around it, and it's Saturday night, and I knew it's going to be hard to find a place without reservations, but fucking let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Because at the end of the day, it's just going to be, we're just still going to be spending time together. So who cares? And so, dude, we go to like right before this bar area in Austin called West 6th starts. And there's two restaurants that she spots, and she says, let's park and then see if either one of these. One of them is Gloria's, which is a Latin restaurant, and it's fucking packed to the titties, dude. There's Mexican families in the lobby of the hotel next door waiting to be seated. And, of course, dude, it's like, oh, yeah, fucking hour, 2 hour wait. And so then we fucking, there's a sushi restaurant across the street. We walk over, and she, dude, she doesn't have a mask with her, right? So we walk into the sushi restaurant to ask if they can, provide a mask. Most places now will provide you with a mask. I went to a fucking Italian cocktail bar restaurant, Il Bruto, and they fucking provided me with a mask, and they fucking provided me with a mask too. So I go to the sushi restaurant, which is, about as high class of a place as the fucking Italian one was. We walk in and we're standing at the host stand, right? Everybody's fucking seated. We're pretty much the only people standing there. And everybody that's seated, dude, isn't wearing a mask. And dude, this is where we have come to. This is fucking where we've come to, dude. And that's all that I can say is that this is where we have come to. I'm fucking taking notes, dude. This is what you do when you're fucking doing your own podcast, man. And so, dude, everybody's seated and everybody's fucking not wearing a mask because they're seated, right? And you can not wear one when you're seated because otherwise, how are you going to fucking put food in your mouth? And we're waiting and I'm fucking looking around, see if I can find a mask. And then the host, a fucking 40-something-year-old man, walks up and as my date is asking, hey, do you think, or not do you think, she says, hey, do you have, and as she's saying this, he's like, ma'am, you can't be in here. You can't be in here without a face mask. And I'm just fucking like, you know, and she's like, she's fucking, you know, she's being fucking, pretty much fucking attacked, dude. So she's reacting like she's fucking scared and just like embarrassed, dude. He's fucking practically yelling. And then I say like, can you provide a mask? We're just checking to see if you could provide it. She can't be in here without a mask. And I just like, and she walks out, right? Because she feels bad that she wasn't wearing a mask. So she fucking walks out. And then I'm facing the guy and I'm wearing a fucking mask. And everybody around us isn't, dude. But just because they're seated, it doesn't matter. Just because they're seated, dude, it doesn't matter. And I'm seeing red, dude. I'm seeing red and I'm seeing this guy and I just want to fucking, take his mask, dude, and strangle him with it. That's what I want to do. And so I'm like, I'm standing there with him and I'm like, he still hasn't answered me. And I'm like, so do you, and he's like, she can't be, she just, you guys just can't, you can't do that. And I'm like, I know. Okay. And this is me fucking verbatim. I'm like, I know, dude. But do you have a fucking mask that you can provide us with? That's not actually what I said, dude. That's just me right now reliving the fucking anger, dude. I don't even remember what I said because I was seeing red. But I was basically just like, I didn't curse, but I basically said like, hey, you're a big old bitch. Dude? You're a big old fucking bitch. Like, dude. And then I walked out of the restaurant, dude. And I said to her, there's not much of a difference between that guy and a fucking Nazi. And she fucking, she found it funny, dude. And of course she's like, oh, she's fucking defending him now. And I'm just like, but I'm just like, dude, I don't get it, man. I genuinely, I'm just lost at this point, man. Like here's the reason that I'm lost, man. Here's the reason that I'm lost is that I can walk into the restaurant and fucking say, table for two. And they say, right this way. And then we walk 30 seconds tops, dude. And then we're seated and now we can be on without a mask. But you can't just fucking... Those 30 seconds, dude, are the difference. You know, it's like you need to protect yourself during the 30 seconds between when you fucking sit down, dude, and when you arrive, and then when you fucking get up to leave. And it's so, dude, if there has ever been a like the perfect use for the word retarded, it is this, dude. This is like when you're in school and they say you can't wear a baseball cap in class. And you're like, why the fuck not? Because it's disrespectful to wear a hat under a roof. Are you fucking with me? Or do you just want to fucking tell me what to do? You know? Do you have a problem with authority, dude? Or do you just have a problem with me? I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it. And I just don't fucking get it, man. You know? And I just fucking looked at that fat fucking guy, dude. And I was like, hey, I get it. You know, like, I get it, big old bitch. But can you provide us with a fucking mask, dude? Can you answer my question? Or are you just blindly like, oh, can't wear a mask. Can't wear a mask. What do I do now? She was wearing a mask. What do I fucking... You know, dude, like, you know, fuck, man. Maybe I've just been watching too many fucking videos of Canada, dude. You know, beating up old fucking men, dude. I swear to God, man. I don't know. You know, I'm not there, so I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's the truth. And I've said this before, dude. Unless you are there, you don't know what's happening. But from the looks of it, dude, I saw this video of a man, dude, recording on his phone as two Canadian officers are fucking punching and dragging what looks to be like a 70 to 80-year-old man out of a front door. I don't know if it's his house, his apartment complex, his porch. And they're fucking, stop resisting, fucking beating his face, dude. And then I'm like, oh, dude, remember that scene in The Pianist where he's like, I'm Polish. It's like, dude, I know people think that it's offensive to compare, but it's also fucking not that different. And it's just like, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is that when people say like that's not what's happening right now, or when I say, dude, that waiter isn't that far off from a fucking Nazi, dude, it's because there are people who are already exhibiting the behaviors that turned German people into Nazis, dude, which is basically, you know, you think the bad guy is the good guy, and you think the fucking brutal rules that are being enforced should be enforced because you've justified it in your fucking head. You know, this old fart was resisting arrest, so I'm gonna fucking practically murder him, dude, or leave him in a state that will ruin the rest of his life. And then, of course, there's a fucking guy recording it, you know, and maybe I'm being too hard on him, but it's like, maybe put the fucking phone down and do something, dude. You know? I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe recording it and fucking publishing it is spreading more awareness or some bullshit, dude. But it's just like, dude, if there's a, you know, I've been in situations where I see, even if it's like a fucking homeless person, dude, if I see police being aggressive with a pedestrian, I at least put myself near the situation, because fucking civilians need to have each other's backs, dude. You know, I don't get this whole fucking game of like, people, dude, the most impactful of these experiences that I've had is that this was a couple years ago. I was riding my bike to work, and as I'm riding, dude, with no headphones for one of the only times in that around that time period, doesn't matter, dude, but it kind of does for the story. But fucking anyways, I'm riding my bicycle, dude, and I just hear like fucking like dude, and I'm just yelling, and I turn, and like maybe 150 feet down this sort of small road alley is a man and a woman, and the man is just towering over the woman yelling, dude. And I just go stop my bicycle, dude, and I look. First thing I do is investigate. And I see, dude, the woman gets in the car and the guy fucking starts throwing cement blocks onto the car, breaks the window, grabs like a fucking tire iron or something, starts smashing other windows. And I'm like, and I start riding my bike in that direction. I don't have a plan, dude, but there is a civilian. There's two civilians, and one of them seems to be, attacking another one. And so my plan, dude, is just I'm gonna ride and get a little bit close, because they're kind of secluded. So if I get close, dude, this might deter the fucking man from doing whatever he thinks he's about to do. Maybe it'll put some fear in him that there's a witness. That's my plan, dude. My plan is not to go there and fix the fucking situation. But as I start riding my bike, dude, I see men in suits walking away, just fucking like, just like, oh, what's that thing that's disturbing my fucking sound waves? And they look and they're like, and then they just keep walking, dude. And everybody's just walking away. And you might say, well, Nick, maybe that meant you should have walked away too. Maybe there was a reason they were walking away. No, these people were walking away as they were like finding out what it was for the first time. It's not like they saw that there was like guns and they were like running away. They were just like, oh, that woman looks like she needs help, but I've got to get to my fucking brunch with Susan. And then I get close enough, and the guy's just fucking whatever, looking at me, dude, and looking at the woman, and he doesn't stop. So I'm like, all right, I fucking call 911, dude, and I call 911, and I stay there. And as I pick up the phone, dude, the guy gets in the car. The woman's out at this point. The guy gets in the car, fucking drives away, and I'm like, you see, problem solved. Now maybe she is in an abusive relationship and she's going to go back to that house that they live in, and then she's going to get murdered there, dude. But this is not my relationship to solve, But if I am there, dude, and this is in a public place and somebody is being fucking victimized, and I have the ability to involve myself and potentially help the person that is helpless, I wouldn't be able to live myself if I didn't do that. And so all that to say, dude, that the guy fucking recording this old man being beat by police officers in Canada, it was 2 police officers. So, okay, dude, maybe he's outnumbered. But I don't know, man. Fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know. But then you got this fucking waiter, dude, at the sushi restaurant, and he's just like, hey, she can't be in here. You can't be in here. I kid you not. He raised his hands and looked away at 1 second. You guys can't be in here like this. Just like, oh, dude, you're probably somebody's dad, dude, or somebody's fucking boyfriend, or even somebody's friend, man. Somebody's son, dude. Just have somebody. Imagine his dad comes to visit, dude. He walks in the restaurant not wearing a mask. Dad, you can't be in here without a mask. And it's just like, did I raise a fucking big old bitch? It looks like I did. You know, dude, it's just fucking, It's just fucking, dude. That's what it is. It's just fucking, And, and then today, man. And then today, dude. It's just fucking, and then today. And then today, dude. And then today I'm at work. And this fucking guy that's like a fucking like freelance gelato person, you know, he fucking doesn't work at the truck. He works at the bicycles that I fucking make the gelato for and get no fucking compensation for, right? You know, which is something I'm fucking, you know, it's on the tables, dude. It's on the fucking tables because there's a reason this upset me, dude. And it ain't all just what happened today, man. But so I'm fucking working on it, right? But anyway, dude, there's this fucking guy. There's this fucking guy who doesn't even work for us, dude. I mean, he works for us, dude. But he's just like, you know, just like, you know, just this guy, dude. And he's younger, dude, and he's tall, and he's just fucking, dude. He just thinks he's the shit. And he treats other people like he thinks he's the shit, you know? And I've known him for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, dude. And in that time, I've just noticed how he treats others, how he looks at people, how he walks. And I've been friendly with him. Dude. Fucking, you know, hey, everybody can be whatever they want to be, dude. And today, man, he finally fucking said the thing that made me see red. So I'm working, dude, and I'm working all day today. And as I'm working, around 6 o'clock, this fucking guy rolls in. You know, he's getting off of the bicycle. He's bringing the stuff back to the truck from the bicycle, right? And he walks in and he says, hey, dude, I could skip that part. But I'm just doing my thing, dude. You know, I'm just fucking cleaning up. I'm fucking making stuff, you know. I'm busy, dude. And this guy is busy until he notices in the freezer there's 2 cups with gelato and a little spoon. And he calls my name, dude, and he says, hey, why is there gelato in here like this? And I say, what? He says, this gelato. Why is the gelato in here like this? And I walk over and I'm like, oh, you know, 2 people ordered gelato and their card didn't work, so they said they didn't want it and they walked away. and he says, and I at this point I walk back to what I was doing, and then he says, what did he fucking say? He says, dude, I'm fucking seeing red again right now, man. I say, yeah, so the fucking people walked away. And he says, well, then why do you just grab it and you do this and you put it back in there and you throw it away? And he's saying it like that, dude. You know, it's one thing, dude, if he comes in and he says, oh, do you want me to throw away this gelato for you, or are you saving it? You know, which is kind of passive aggressive anyway, dude, but it's fucking, you know, it says that. And then I'm like, oh, well, this would happen. And then he's like, oh, that's happened to me. You know, what you can do if that happens is you just scoop it out and put it back in, you know, say something like that, dude. That's how I would say it. And then I would fucking do it and show the person, you know, oh, next time this happens, if what you can do, unless you want it, what you can do is just scoop it out and put it back in the container just to save some gelato or so that it doesn't go to waste. But he says, why do you leave it here? Why don't you scoop it out and you put it back and then you throw it out? And I'm just like, he's just like, and dude, I went from like semi-annoyed. I was semi-annoyed at him calling me over to fucking explain to him something I didn't need to explain to him, and me going over there and doing it. And then he says, why you don't fucking, you grab it, you scoop it out, you fucking fine. And then, dude, I just started seeing red, dude. But this time I handled it, as best as I could, man. I said, it's not that big of a deal, dude, but thanks for the advice. Hey, dude, you're upset about something else, man, because it's not that big of a fucking deal. But thanks for the advice, dude. Dude, when I said at the beginning of this podcast that people were just fucking being like, what? It's what I meant, man. It's what I meant. You scoop it out, you fucking fan, you put it back, you throw it out. It's just like, it's not that big of a deal. You fucking child. Dude. And you know what I thought about, dude? I was thinking about this as I was showering after work because, of course, dude, that's the kind of person that I am. I was visited, dude. I told you I was visited. I haven't been visited in a while. I was visited, dude. And as I was thinking about it in the shower, I thought, dude, you know what I should have done? You know what I should have done, dude? What I should have done is I should have walked over. I should have walked over and I should have said, hey, buddy, how long did it just take us to have that interaction? A minute? And he'd be like, what? I'm like, oh, look, check this out. Open the freezer door, grab the two things, scoop them out, dude, put them back, throw them out, and then say, oh, dude, it looks like I did it in fucking 15 seconds. You could have saved yourself the time, Just fucking, dude. Or just been like, oh, dude, great. Why don't you go ahead and fucking scoop it on, fucking throw it on yourself? Man, like, dude, fucking children, man. Fucking children, dude. And the thing, dude, is that women say that men have a bias against them, dude. The thing, dude, is that if one of the 16-year-old girls had done that, dude, fucking, I wouldn't have even seen fucking magenta. I wouldn't have even seen magenta, dude. I'd have just been like, I just would have fucking one ear, dude, the other ear. And dude, to make matters worse, hour later, these two fucking Indian guys, dude. These two fucking Indian guys. They roll up to the fucking truck, man. And dude, it's just like I'm just already like, dude, 9 times out of 10, you don't tip. But okay, dude, it's your culture. It's your culture, dude. I respect it, but I have the right to be annoyed, because your culture, dude, you're my culture. You're in my culture, dude. You're in fucking not my culture, dude. You're in our you're in our culture. But the culture here is different, okay, dude? You fucking tip here. And if you don't, dude, you get the stink eye, dude. And I do it to, I don't actually give the stink eye, but people do that. People do give the stink eye. So just like I have the right to be annoyed, dude. But these fucking dude, these two guys roll up, man. And they're like, just looking at the fucking menu, dude, speaking in tongues. And they're looking over and like kind of smiling at me. And I'm like, yeah, kind of smiling back. And then they're like, bye-bye. And they walk away, dude. I'm like, oh, fucking okay, dude, whatever. 30 seconds later, they walk back. And they decide to order something. Serve it, dude. As I fucking hand them the gelato and then I pull my arm back, dude, my elbow, I just fucking smash my elbow against the side of the window. And I'm just like, fuck, dude, I fucking hit my funny bone, right? So my whole arm is just like trembling, dude, or fucking vibrating. And one of the guys, dude, you could never guess, dude. One of the guys, dude, semi-long hair, maybe 55 years old. Dude, one of the guys, as soon as that happens, I'm like, ah. And then they're like, ooh. And then the guy says, you just started or what? You just started or what? And just fucking like, what does that have to do with anything, dude? Oh yeah, dude, I just started, so I'm not super familiar with where the window is. But yeah, dude, good eye, dude. I just started, so I'm not super familiar with where things that I could bump into are. That's hey, good one, dude. You just started or what, dude? You know, dude, it's just that's what I mean, dude. It's like, what? If I am being served by somebody at any type of service place, doesn't matter if it's a Jiffy Lube, dude, or a fucking, steakhouse. If the person that is interacting with me smashes a body part against a very sturdy object and then goes, ah, and extends that body part because it hurts, the last thing that I would ever say is, oh, you just started or what? Oh, you just started here, dude? Is that why you're fucking so clumsy? You know, dude, like, get the fuck out of my face. You just started or what? You just started, dude? To be honest, man, it was so fucking like what just happened that it didn't even bother me. I was just like, did he really just say? Did he really just say what I think he did? Did he? Like that fucking Eminem lyric. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And fucking, of course he did, man. Of course he did, dude. Of course he did. Of course he did. 55-year-old man eating a banana gelato, dude, at fucking 8:55 p.m. on a fucking Tuesday. Of course he did, dude. Of course he did. Of course he fucking did, man. Oh, dude, I thought I was over, and then I glanced at my phone. And guess what, man? I remember what started all of this. It didn't even start with the sushi guy. Dude, it didn't even start with the sushi guy. It didn't even start with the sushi guy. You know who it started with, dude? Was one of my neighbors. one of my fucking neighbors. I'm coming home from work, dude, on Friday. Dude, coming home from work on Friday. And dude, this one was the most I'm seeing red of all of them. Dude. I'm riding my bicycle, dude. And the thing about, as I'm entering, as you enter my apartment complex, you have to turn left, and you have to, there's a fucking, this is probably gonna be backwards, but whatever, dude. My apartment complex is here, and there's a road going this way, and then there's a road coming this way that you have to cross through to enter the apartment complex. And I'm on my bike on this side of the road, just waiting to turn. And there's a car behind me. And as soon as I get the clear, dude, I start riding my bicycle into the complex. And then I'm turning left, and then I'm gonna turn right. But the car behind me, dude, decides to pass me and turn left after they turn left. So, basically, dude, I'm going like this and then like this. And they decide to do a fucking pass me, dude. Enter, we both enter, and they decide that they're gonna fucking cut me off, dude. And it's not just like a slow like chunk going over the entrance. It's like a fucking vroom, And dude, I catch a fucking, I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at dude, and it's a fucking chubby fucking like Hispanic woman. And my first instinct, dude, is like, I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna follow her, dude, because what kind of psychopath does that when you've arrived at your destination? Hey lady, I live here. Hey lady, I lived here and you almost killed me. Hey lady, I live at this place that you live at and you almost just killed me. But I have a grocery bag with me, so I don't. Okay, so I go to my apartment, but I stop at the gate because she goes the opposite way, right? There's two ways at the apartment complex entrance. She goes the opposite way, and I'm looking at the car, and I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I follow her and scare the fuck out of her? Or do I let it go, dude? Like Jim Carrey in his fucking Unnatural Act. You can't just fucking you can't just let somebody fuck you over in traffic, right? You can't do that. This fucking guy. You gotta get even. So I go home, dude, and I'm fucking steaming, right? I'm steaming, dude. And I decide, dude, I'm gonna fucking walk over there. Actually, as as I'm going to my apartment, I am thinking about the pocket knife that I'm thinking about the pocket knife that I have in my desk. And I'm thinking, dude, I'm going to go fucking slash one of her tires, dude. This is a real thought. This is a real thought that I was having. Was I'm going to grab my pocket knife, walk up to her car, and just fucking and walk away, dude. And she'll never know. But karma will have come to collect, dude. And maybe if she's self-aware at all, she'll stop and she'll think, fuck, I shouldn't have crossed that guy. I shouldn't have passed that fucking guy. But I'm like, no, dude, you can't fucking, that could get you in fucking, dude, the fucking cerebral cortex, the prefrontal cortex that I've just started developing, dude, or finished developing, kicks in and it's like, nope, that's a crime, dude. Fucking chill out. But I'm still like, okay, well, that's a crime, dude. You know what isn't? I'm just going to go fucking stand stand by her car, dude. And I just start walking, dude. I start walking, and I finally get to the area where I saw her turn into. And I'm looking for the car, dude. I'm looking for the car, and I see two cars that I'm like, which one of these was it? And I'm just standing by the one that I convinced myself that it was. And I'm looking at the apartments that it's parked at. And I'm just standing there, dude. And I'm just looking at the apartments. And I'm just waiting, dude. I'm just waiting for somebody to pop their fucking head out. And now that I'm there, I wish that I brought my pocket knife. And I stand there for 5 minutes, dude, and then I walk home. And I stopped seeing red, dude. But it was just, I don't know what my plan was, dude. I don't know what my plan was. But I just wanted to fucking, I guess I just wanted to be like, be pretty cordial about it, but be like, hey, that was pretty reckless. And I'm your neighbor. And just see what she said. Just see what she said, dude. Just fucking, hey, excuse me. Yeah. No, I actually, I live here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I live here. I actually just got home. I was on the bicycle. You know the guy that you fucking passed very violently and almost hit him? That was me. And then she'd probably be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I'd be, well, just fucking, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was a pretty reckless thing that you did, and I'm your neighbor. I'm just curious. What was going through your head? What was going through your fucking head, dude? Did you just think, oh, this guy doesn't matter? He's my neighbor, but it doesn't matter. Or what were you angry about? That you decided to take it out on me and maybe almost kill a civilian. I'm just curious. I'm so sorry. Oh, just fucking tell me. Just answer my question, dude. Just answer my question. That's man fucking. Dude. I hope that she suffered during the snowstorm, dude. I fucking hope that she suffered during the snowstorm. Man, dude, I had all these things that I was going to talk about, but then I was just like, dude, you know what? I'm fucking seeing red. And that's fucking, that's all that I fucking made time for. Hi, dude. I guess I can end it with these fucking wild dreams that I've been having, man. I did this experiment. I'm fucking picking my nose, dude. I did this experiment last night, actually. No. 2 nights ago, where I looked at somebody's Twitter feed who I knew had some like hot takes on some current events. I looked at their Twitter feed because I hadn't looked at it in a while because I stopped using Twitter. But I was like, oh, dude, my brother's been talking about this. I wonder what it is. I looked at it 20 minutes before bed. And what I saw was the video of that old man getting beat by police officers in Canada. I saw Asian girl dancing with the Myanmar, or however you say that, coup happening behind her. I saw different news articles about vaccine passports. I saw, just all this stuff about current events, shitty current events. And then I went to bed and I fucking had a nightmare, dude. Had a nightmare, dude. 25 years old, had a nightmare, dude. Woke up sweating, 25 years old, woke up sweating and turned the lights on, dude, because 25 years old, but I had a nightmare. And the nightmare, dude, of the 4 nightmares that I'm going to tell you about, dude, they're kind of all nightmares, but of the 4 nightmares that I've had, this is the one that I remember the least of. I remember visuals. Like, I remember that I was in it was like a Roman city that was kind of like it was nighttime and it was kind of like on fire in some areas. Like, it was dark, but it was also, there was an orange hue. And I was waiting for Thai food from my favorite food truck. And my friend Chris was with me. And all of a sudden, there was this fucking group of people marching toward us with Joe Biden, dude. With Joe Biden. And I don't know how, dude, but in the dream, I knew that they were coming for us too, because we weren't wearing masks in the place that we were at. And they were coming for us to hang us. And I just fucking, as soon as I realized that they were coming for us, I started running, dude. And the dream turned into like a chase through fucking burning Roman Colosseum type structures. And I woke up and I was just like, fuck, dude. Don't look at news before bed, dude. For sure. Dude, for sure don't look at news before bed next time. Or ever again. And then these, I don't know how the fuck I don't know what I consumed that created this in my subconscious. But I had another fucking nightmare, dude, where I was in like a cafe in like France. Never been to France or Rome. But I was in this cafe in France and it was kind of dark inside. And then it's like, it started to turn into like fiery ash. And I was with a woman that in the dream was my girlfriend. And I was just fucking like looking for a way out of the cafe and I couldn't find one. And I just fucking start coughing, dude, because the place is on fire. And my girlfriend in the dream was like, fuck off, just like she was just like fucking starting to like catch fire. And then it just jump cut to another scene where I was like meeting her at some brunch place outdoors and like walking, holding her hand or something. And we were like having a normal interaction and I was like, the fuck just happened, dude? And then I was like, slowly, dude, as that scene progressed, like her arm would turn into ash, dude, and just fall off. And then like her leg would turn into ash. She'd just fall off the table. And then the table would turn into ash. And I was like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden I was back in the fucking cafe and it was fucking all the same scene. But then it would jump again, dude, to a different time in our fictional relationship. And I slowly started to catch on to the dream. I guess the point in the dream was that I had to save us from the fire, dude, by visiting some memory from the past. And what's funny, dude, is that at the end of the dream, the end of the nightmare, I was like, I had found her, dude, before we had met, and she was with someone else, or like meeting somebody for a date before we had become boyfriend and girlfriend. And I walked up to her and I was like, you're not going to understand this, but I had to meet you before you were the person that I hate, so that we can save our relationship and not end up at that cafe. And she was just like, what? And the guy was like, buddy, you need it. And she was like, no. Like, and she kind of started to like take my side. And then we like walked away, and I don't know what happened after that, dude. And that was nightmare number 2. Nightmare number 3 was I was on this like like the pizza planet from Toy Story. I was in, maybe it's too big, dude, but from what I remember, it's just like a little fucking like a convenience store. Anyway, I was in a convenience store type of building on the roof, and we were taking off. The building was taking flight, and it was me and a few other people, a group, like a crew, and we were going to space. And as the building started to take flight and reach some pretty high, altitudes, I looked over and I was just like, fuck, dude. This is not happening right now, dude. I know buildings can't fly, but I'm on one and it's flying. What the fuck? And I realized we're going to space, dude, and I'm dressed like a civilian. How is this possible? And I asked the people driving the building, and they were like, oh yeah, no. When we all signed up for this, we all knew, we're committed. And I was like, we're committed to what, dude? What does that even mean? And then it started to sort of drop altitude, and then we fucking landed on Earth because we couldn't keep our altitude, and we landed on Earth. We kind of crash landed on Earth, and people like got off because they were like, what the fuck, dude? There's no helmets and shit. And the people that got off were chased down and murdered by like other cars on Earth. And I was one of the people that got off, dude. But somehow I like evaded those people, and I ran back, dude, and I jumped back onto the building. As I'm like panting, dude. The building starts to take flight again, and now it's fewer of us. And the people that are driving the fucking building turn toward me, and they say, well done. You passed the test. They pull a lever, dude, and these compartments open up, and there's spacesuits in them. And they say, we just wanted to make sure that you were committed. And I was like, fuck. Dude. That was like a fucking like hour-long dream that I just redacted. But the final dream, dude, maybe the wildest. I was at my dad's place in Cancun on the beach, and I was on the pool, dude, just like inside the pool with my arms over the ledge, just looking out at the ocean. And I saw in the distance, dude, these like water tornadoes. And then I saw fucking this explosion. And from the explosion were like white meteors, cloud meteors, just fucking coming toward us. And I was like, the fuck, dude. And somebody appeared on the beach, and they said, hey, are you guys doing scuba right now? And I'm looking at a fucking catastrophe behind him, and he's like, oh, are you guys doing scuba tours right now? And instead of just being like, turn around, I was like, oh, let me go ask my dad. So I would just like casually walk to where my dad is, and I ask him, and he's like, no, I'm not fucking doing scuba right now. The water's choppy, blah, blah. It's like no awareness of what's happening. And then I go back, and I'm like, we're not doing scuba tours. And then just fucking hear like a explosion, dude. The ground starts vibrating. I'm just like, ah. And then I get out of the pool, and I go back to where my dad was. And he's like getting off the phone, and then he says, that was your stepmom. She was in a car that was hit by one of those meteors, and it exploded. And I was like, is she okay? And he's like, she said she's in the hospital. You know, it doesn't make sense, right? She fucking just got hit. How's she in the hospital? But that does, it's a fucking nightmare. And so my dad says, we need to drive to the hospital. So me, my brother, my dad, my uncle, and like this little kid all get into the pickup truck. My dad says, I can't drive. And so for some reason, I drive. And as I'm leaving his place, my dad says, let's stop and get some ice cream on the way. And I was thinking, like, she could be dead. You want to stop and get some ice cream? He said, just take 2 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, dude. So I pull into this like restaurant, and everybody just fucking turns and starts staring at us. Everybody at every table, every person at every table turns and just fucking starts staring at us. Just and the waitresses come up to the car, and as we get out of the car, I'm like parked inside of a restaurant, like inside of the restaurant, and everybody's getting out, like, oh, we've arrived. We didn't get the fucking ice cream. We're not at the hospital, but we all getting out of the car like we've arrived. And the waitresses come up to us and they start giving us this like toasted bread with butter. And they say, lo van a necesitar para lo que van a ver ahorita, which means you're going to need this for what you're about to see. And I'm just like, fuck, dude. What the fuck does that mean? And that's where my recollection of the dream ends. You know, I didn't get to see what I was going to need the bread with the butter on it for, but I can only assume the worst, you know? And dude, I've had these 4 dreams all in the last week. And I'm sure I'm going to have another fucking weird, fucking wild nightmare dream thing tonight. Because ever since I stopped smoking weed, man, my dreams came back with a vengeance. They're like, we've been hibernating for years, and we're gonna come collect. But yeah, man, that's the podcast. Thank you for listening. Happy 420. That's already happened. Happy fucking I don't know, dude. Happy fucking you not seeing a red, hopefully. Thank you all for listening, dude. That's the podcast. That's the pupil's life. If you are interested in writing, dude, writing prompts or learning more about my self-growth, dude, and how you could potentially start healing some of your wounds, you know, if you're interested in trauma and that kind of stuff, I have a newsletter that I send out. I try to send out once a week. And that you can find that at sendfox.com/NIKOAGF. And sign up, unsubscribe whenever you want to, do whatever you want. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoyed this, dude, or like it, or whatever, man. Whatever, man. Do whatever you want, dude. I'm just glad you listened all the way to the end. And yeah, I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.